Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Resurwreck Autos HQ. Today guys is going to be an absolute another monster of a day. Load of bits and pieces going on. We're getting that Peugeot 207 to the MOT centre today, so we'll find out what's going on with that. So depends on what happens with that really. Depends on whether or not we do something else or we can, do the repairs on that actual car. But hopefully we can start work on this Fiesta. I'm going to swap it over with the Corsa, get the black Corsa outside, but just put the wheels on for now, and then get it outside, and then, yeah, hopefully can start work on this Fiesta. Take the doors off. I'm going to do a complete service, major service, timing belt, water pump, all that stuff, because I did take the cover off, and it looks a little bit worn, that belt. So it does need doing, guys. And normal stuff for me, peace of mind, it's done. It just makes sense. Don't want any comebacks. Don't want any sort of, snap belts, seized engines. Just unthinkable when it comes to that kind of thing. So, yeah, it's always a good thing. Get those belts done. So, let's do this. So, guys, like I just said, we're going to hopefully start work on this car today. Depends on what happens with the Peugeot. Just want to quickly show you the wheel that I did yesterday. Now, this is completely finished. Before I left, I did hit it with some clear lacquer. But I think I want to give it another coat just to see what it comes out like, just to make it a little bit more shiny than what it is. So I'll give that a coat of lacquer this morning. And then that's it. It's done. When it comes to this Vauxhall Corsa, I started getting sort of comments saying that there's a crease in the roof. Yeah, I can't see a crease in the roof, guys. Is there a crease in the roof? I can't see it. Anyone else see that crease in the roof? No. So, yeah, I don't know exactly what you were saying about the crease in the roof. Not unless it is this little ding here, like these little dings here. Look, I've just seen them. I didn't see them yesterday, so is that what you're talking about? I'm not sure. Drop me a comment, guys. The guys that were messaging me telling there was a crease in the roof, like a crease. Not unless you're talking about these little tiny dings here. Are you talking about these little tiny dings? Anyway, yeah, if that's what you're talking about, a crease in a roof is, yeah, a completely different description to what this is here. So, but if it is what you're talking about, you are right. Yeah, I have noticed that. And someone did say to me, it's just above the filler that I did. But they said it was a crease in the roof. That itself just makes things sound so bad. So, yeah, hopefully you can see, I can see that there now. I can see it now, but I didn't see that yesterday because it ain't a crease, is it? Really, it's a couple of little tiny. You got to really sort of go at an angle and sort of go. You got to move about to really see it, but there is something there. So I will take that further, take it further up, rub that down first, take it further up, give it a fill up, because there's no point in him doing this bit here, this whole quarter, if we miss that bit there. So yeah, I will be doing that, but it's not in the roof. This is the roof. This here is the roof. And there's no crease in there, so not unless you saw it and it was like an angle, like a light, an angle, or something, or like a shadow, or a reflection. Not unless you're seeing that, but trust me, there's no crease in the roof, guys. So I'm glad we've settled and sorted that out. Yeah, because that was bugging me a little bit last night, thinking there's no way there's a crease in this roof and I would have left it or not seen it. No way. Considering how fussy I am, and I know I am, you know, I would have seen a crease. A crease is a complete caving of the roof, a crease. But yeah, it's not, guys. So there we go. Let's get this car out of the way. Gonna get the wheels back on, get it out of the way. Let's get the Fiesta over, and I'm gonna start the tear down of this engine. Yeah, we're gonna do a full service, oils, air filters, oil filters, the whole lot really. Auxiliary belts, just gonna do the whole thing. So let me swap them over, and then I'll come back to you when the Fiesta is over here. Let's do this. Right, okay guys, so here we go. The Fiesta is in the workshop. I've had a little start. I've dropped the oil into the pan. You can see there. I'll just let that go into there. The coolant as well, I've undone that, let that drop into there. I've taken off the wheel, this side, and taken off the cover that goes there so we can see the belt, we can see the tensioner, the pulleys and all that sort of stuff below. So that's good. That's part of it. The reason why I did this was because I've just taken the Peugeot, the blue Peugeot 207 for an MOT. And I thought, do you know what? Let's drop all the fluids out and the oil and let that drain out whilst we go and take it for an MOT. So let me show you the results of that. And as you can see, no advisories, straight through Peugeot 207. So, yep, another result when it comes to the MOTs, guys. Yeah, and it just shows you, like, you just need to do these checks on the cars before taking them, and you get a good result at the end of it. So that's great. That's done, MOT'd. So now we can crack on with this. I have got some bits and pieces turned up because obviously I tried to plan things out that, I ordered these parts whilst I was MOTing, waiting for the MOT guy. And then once I got back, the parts were delivered within like, a couple of minutes. So it all worked out really well. As you can see, we've got a timing belt, water pump there. Auxiliary belt, Dayco, matching Dayco auxiliary belt. Air filter, yeah. Oil filter and some brake pads, because I did notice the brake pads were a little low on this car, and I thought, you know what, let's just get them changed. I'm sure there'll be some people out there would have left them like this, but I think it's worth doing. I'll show you there if I can. Right there. You can't really see. They're about halfway anyway. The pads are about halfway finished, and yeah, I think it's worth doing. So discs are really, really good. Hardly any lip on that disc at all. So there's a tiny bit, but hardly anything. So it's not worth doing that. And I will check everything else. But I really want to get cracking with this timing belt now. So yeah, what we'll do is normal stuff. I'll set you up. Let's get cracking, and I'll start stripping this down. So let's do this. Right, okay, let's cut in there and just explain and show you what I've been doing. You've seen me sort of just start stripping stuff down, taking things off and stuff like that. There's the timing belt, you can see, and you can see there, it's quite, I would say it's probably one of the worst ones I've come across, to be honest with you. So it was definitely needed to be changed. You can see it's really coming through, especially on the outer edges. Seems to be coming through quite a lot. So yeah, definitely time to change it, guys. This is definitely the original one. I will spin the engine round. I need to get top dead center on the engine, so I can time it up, get the cams timed up. There's a plate that goes at the back here against these two cams that holds that in. There's also a locking pin on the back of the engine. There's what else? I also put, you don't have to do it, but I like to do it, is remove the starter motor, and then you put in a clamp block, and it locks up the actual crank, so that can't be moved. So yeah, so it's all been timed. So it's all timed up, and it's all solid. So that's what I've got to do next, is get that all timed up, locked, and plates and stuff in place, so the engine don't spin and move. And then we can remove the actual belt. But you can see, like, it's even the water pump there is original. It feels like it should really spin. That should, spin quite freely. I'm having to really push on that there to get that to spin. So I'd say that, yeah, it's definitely time for it to move. There is actually written on the actual pump itself, it says 4Com. So that's an original Ford part, definitely. So this definitely is in time for it, guys. We'll get it changed. And yeah, peace of mind for the next owner that this is done. So there we go. Obviously I've removed the actual cam cover. It hasn't been leaking, that cam cover. The gasket's still good, so that can go back on place and then torqued up to right set. I think it's is it 10 Newton meters, and we'll knock them up and put it back together. The oil seems really good and really nice, and like it's changed. It's really sort of, yeah. It's no tackiness. It's not thick. It's really thin. So yeah, definitely been looked after, this car. Definitely been serviced well. And obviously we just got to keep it up, So that's what I'll do. What else? Pretty much it, really. I like to remove the airbox over this corner because I need to get to the bolts for the starter motor, which is down there. So I always remove that anyway. Get that out of the way. It's good just to get it out, these bits and pieces out your way. It gives you more space and more, more room, more space to work. So yeah, that's where we are with it. So let's crack on. I'll set you up. Let's get this timed up. I'm gonna get this spark plug out so I can time it top dead center with a screwdriver. You put it in and then turn the engine, and then when it gets to top dead center and those line up as well with a plate on the back, that's timed where it should be. So let's crack on, guys. Let's do this. Right, guys, just wanted to cut in there, let you know what is going on. So everything's timed up. You've got the plate at the back with the cams. You've got the bolt at the back of the engine, down the bottom there, that catches the lobes for the bottom part of the engine. Also, I've done, which is, it's really fiddly, and a lot of people don't do it because it is so fiddly, and it takes a lot of time. But I like to do it, and I basically put a plate and a bar on the on just where the starter motor sits for the lower flywheel, and you lock that flywheel up, and then it just, the bottom part of the engine is locked then in position. So yeah, everything's been locked up, everything's been it's all timed up, and I've just released the lower bolt for the lower pulley, which is there. It is pretty, yeah, it's pretty tight, that pulley. So I'm going to have to use a pulley on the pulley. Which is no joke. That's exactly what he says. Look. A puller for the pulleys. So this is what it is, yeah. Which is what you need to use, really, because otherwise it's a bit tricky to get out. So it locks around each end like this on the pulley, and then the bolt in the middle, you wind that in, and as you wind that in, the pulley it's a bit of a tongue twister, the pulley comes out. So yeah, that's what I've got to do next. I'll crack on with that and get that done. Then there's a casing that comes off that plastic case at the bottom, and then we can start releasing the belt. Take the tension off the belt, take the tensioner off, because that's got to be changed anyway. And then we can get into the water pump. So, yeah, let me have a bit of lunch, and then I'll set you up, and let's go for it. Right, guys, there we go. It's all off. Belt's off, water pump's off, and I've just got the air hose and sort of just blow away all the excess water and stuff, and just clear it away. I'm going to give it a few more wipes around the edges of the water pump just to make sure, but yeah, doesn't normally cause any problems. I've done absolutely loads of these now. So yeah, we've got all the parts down here. Have got our new pulley bolt out the pack, comes with it. So I'll be putting the new one of those in. We've got obviously the new water pump and the gasket, new bolts, new pulley, tensioner, sorry, not pulley, new tensioner, which we'll be putting in a bit. That's the old one. So yeah, it's a little bit stiff, like it's a little bit hard to pull, like move around. This one is perfect. New belt, Dayco timing belt, and then on the gasket, I always like to not thick, but I like to just put just a bead around, and then get your finger and just wipe it flat, just so that it's not thick on the gasket, but it has just got a little bit of this just to help when you put it against the block. Yeah, so, and then I think we're ready to do the whole thing in reverse. So it'll be water pump, then belt, then tensioner, and then build it all back up and see if it's all good. But so far so good. Everything's staying as it should. Everything seems to be timed up. The cams are all still lined up. The bolts are still in place. On the starter motor plate is still in there. Everything seems to be, going okay. But like I said, I've done so many of these now. It kind of feels really sort of, just real nice, easy, natural thing to do now, really. But you cannot, even the most experienced mechanics and, have problems every now and then. You never can really sort of let your guard down. Always sort of checking. I'm always sort of checking. I'm always looking. That's why if ever I use something, I try and put it away, be nice and tidy, be neat. That way you're neat and tidy with your work. So, there we go, really. So, let me set you up, guys. Let's get the water pump on first. Let's get that done. That's got to be torqued up. I think 20, those bolts. 20 newton meters on those ones. So, let's get cracking. Let's do the reverse and let's carry on. So, let's do this. Right, okay, so we are definitely moving along nicely, guys. So I've been messing around with this, trying to get it to fight, get it to the right position. It's all in where it should be. It's still loose because I haven't released that tension yet. So I'll just have to pull that pin and that'll be it, really. That'll be tensioned to where it should be. That bolt there needed to go up to 24 newton meters. Anyway, that's been torqued up. And the water pump's been torqued up to where it should be as well. So that's done, belt's on. It's in the correct position. It's on the actual two cams at the top as well. Sorry guys, I had to cut off there because someone wanted to borrow a drill. The owner of the where I am, he's doing some work on some containers that he's renting out, and he wanted to borrow my drill. So, I just had to stop there. So like I was saying, the belt is on on the cams at the top. You can see the writing is facing the right way. It's facing this way. So, it's a case of just pulling that pin, and then that's the tension done on the belt. So we'll do that like that. Nice. So that's it. That's the timing belt done. So it's a case of just a reverse now. you know, I'll pull off all the things. I'll pull that bar, pull the back pin, I'll pull the starter motor plate, and then I'll turn it over by hand. I'll do like 4, 5, 6 rotations just to make sure that it's in there, and then I'll line it back up and then make sure that it's all lined up still, all timed, and then yeah, I'm happy to put it all back together. So let me crack on with that. I'll set you up. Let's carry on, guys, and it's the reverse now, putting it all back together. So let's do this. Right, okay, guys, another marathon day today. I've run out of time. I'm not quite there, close, but I'm not rushing it. I'm just going to take my time. I don't want to sort of, you know what I mean, miss anything. I like to just, yeah, do sort of steps so I know that it's going back the way it come apart. So I'm just basically run out of time, yeah. So that is going to be it for today. But as you can see, it's getting there. It's you know, it's getting there back together. And then just a few more bits and pieces around, and then, you know, we're good to go, really. So, yeah, whew. I am shattered. Another day. I am absolutely shattered. But I wouldn't have it any other way. Like, literally, you cannot put a price on this kind of thing, because once I sell it and it goes to the next owner, they've got peace of mind. I've got peace of mind. It's just, I just can't stress how important it is to make sure that, you know, those kind of things, the timing belt is not going to snap. But because they can come back to me after a few months and say, look, engine's snapped, timing's gone, seize the engine, I want my money back, basically. So, yeah, I'm not one of these people. you know, guys, I'm not one of these people that wants to buy salvage, do the bare minimum, throw it out the door, and then say, well, sold as seen. Like, that's not what I'm all about. I don't give like massives of, like, I don't give a big guarantee. Sorry, let me phrase that differently. I don't pay for extra warranties on my car because I'm quite confident about what I do to my cars and what I do to make sure that they're going to be okay going forward. There's no issues going forward. So I've never bought extra guarantees. There is, you know, warranty wise and other different companies out there that will give you a warranty and a guarantee on your car, but doesn't necessarily means that they'll pay out on a warranty claim. They can say no, and then the owner and the new owner will then come back to me or whoever sold the car, and it's your responsibility to get it right. So yeah, you know, that's why I do these kind of things, guys. Not many others do it. Not many other salvage guys or car flippers. Do you see them doing this? No, not really. The odd salvage guy does them. Don't get me wrong. I don't think I've ever seen Rob and Chris do one. And Salvage Rebuilds UK, I don't think they do them very often, do they? Don't know. I might be wrong there. If I am, I will eat my hat. But I don't think I am. I go over the top more than most. You got to admit that, yeah. But yeah, that's enough waffling, guys. I love chatting to yous, but some of you don't like it. Stop waffling. Don't want to do your yard. Just want to get on with the work. Just don't waffle. Just do the work. I love you. I love watching it. I love seeing them comments. I really do. It makes me die. But yeah. Tomorrow, I'm going to crack on with this. Tomorrow, we're going to finish. We're going to get these doors off. We're going to have a good look at that arch as well. We're going to have a good look at that. See if we can pull that out and make that better. Got to do the brake pads. Got to check that. We'll just go over the whole car tomorrow. I want to do as much as I can. I might as well, whilst it's up on the lift, whilst it's here, whilst we've got it over this side. Let's jump on this tomorrow. Let's get this as far close as we can ready. And then it was a really. This is my first day on it. My first day, and then tomorrow's the second day, obviously, and then we'll just see how far we can go with it. But yeah, what a nice car this is going to be. A lovely little Fiesta. It's going to be a lovely little quick one, and yeah, that is it, guys. That's enough waffling. Drop me a comment if you've got anything to say. Anyone that's don't want to hear me waffling much, just tell me down in the comments. But yeah, guys, no, seriously, I'll see you on the next one, which is tomorrow. Take care. See you soon.